welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Tassie P and I'm back with another video. I'm here today with my first video of 2023 and I have to say I'm super happy. Welcome to everyone who has subscribed recently, and guys, we're almost at 1k. Like, this is a very big accomplishment for me because I've been doing YouTube for quite some time, and to know that I'm finally, getting towards my goal, it means a lot to me. So keep sharing this video, keep sharing this channel so that people can come along and be a part, because I have so much more planned for this channel in the future. So as the title said, things I learned in 2022, and this video is going to be super short, super quick, because I'm literally just going to talk about 5 of the major things that happened to me in 2022, how I handled it, and just hopefully this message can transfer to somebody out there, whether it's letting you know that you're not alone, or if I can get through it, so can you. So heading straight into the video, number 1, pick up the phone and make the call. Pick up that phone and make the call. I say this because when I entered 2022, mourning the loss of my grandfather. Like, he died in the Christmas season of 2021, and so the funeral and all of that was in like January of 2022. No, I wasn't able to be there because it all happened in Jamaica. However, moments after his death, I was upset with myself because it went on days after days where I was like, I need to call my grandfather, but I never did. Or if I did call him, he would not be around for me to speak to him. So upon losing him, I felt like there was that gap where I didn't pick up the phone quick enough to just make that call and talk to him. Not only that, but sometimes there are relationships in our lives where we know that all we need to do is make a phone call to make things right, and for some reason we're either scared to do it or we're just not ready to face that, the whole drama. But I'm telling you, a lot can happen in a short period of time, and so you don't want to ever regret not picking up that phone call. And if you're going through something, mental health, whatever it is, sometimes making that call to just one person and talking about everything that you're going through can definitely help. So whatever you're going through in 2023, I've learned my lesson. Pick up the phone and make that call. Okay, moving on to the next thing, setting boundaries. Now for me, that's something that I had to learn throughout 2022 and kind of like maneuver in terms of setting boundaries with certain family members, whether that be your parents, your very close friends, your grandma, your brother, your sister, whoever it may be. Setting boundaries and putting your peace of mind first. So we have to understand that when it comes to parents, not everybody has a very close relationship with their parents, whether it be both parents or just one. And sometimes our parents can be they can be people that we may not end up liking something that they have done, or just a whole list of things that they have done. But something that I've learned to accept in 2022 is that just accept them for who they are. But with accepting them for who they are, you do not have to accept disrespect, and you do not have to accept them into your space where you are uncomfortable. If it's to the point where every time you try to build up the relationship with your family member, parents, or whoever, and it's not working, it's okay to let it go, and it's okay to set boundaries. It's okay if all you do is call and say, hey, how are you? Are you good? Cool, that's it. Okay, and if this means that you're gonna have a better peace of mind, it worked for me, so honey, trust it can work for you too. Moving on to the next thing, growing your spirituality, growing your belief in something. I believe in God, I believe in Christianity. That's what I grew up knowing, and I feel like at some point everybody is at that phase where, like, is this God real? Is he real? Is he true? But he has proven time and time again to me that he is very much real and alive. So I don't know about you, but over this year 2022, I haven't been to church since like 2020, after the whole pandemic and everything. And even though the church opened back up, I was still kind of reserved. I did have work, so that was also a big issue. But we make excuses for things that we don't want to put the effort into. So whether it be work or not, if I wanted to go to church, I could have put in the effort, put in the energy to show up when I could, even if it's not every Sunday, but sometime. And in 2022, my boyfriend and I made a decision to start taking church more serious, start going back to church on Sundays. And A lot of people, you may stop going to church because church people, but are you going to church because of church people, or are you going to church because of your relationship with God? And that's something that I think people need to make and distinguish between. When I go to church, I go there to worship, I go there to pray, because you know, where more than two are gathered, then the presence of God is there. And so I feel safe going to church, worshiping. If I'm not in the mood, it's okay if I can stay home and pray. But for me, going to church is one way in which, you know, I can grow my spirituality with God. Praying is one way that I definitely grew my spirituality, and just listening to more gospel music, being more in tune with my surrounding and with who I call God. So whatever it is that you believe in, whoever it is that you believe in, build your spirituality and focus on that, so that that can get you to your next level in life. Now, the next two things that I'm gonna talk about definitely hit home for me, because I went through it this year, well, not last year, in 2022. We're gonna talk about the topic of jobs just very quickly. In 2022, I graduated from college and everything, and I started working my certified level job, which at first I was excited. But let me tell you something, jobs are toxic. Certain jobs have toxic environment with toxic people, and you may be somewhere and there is like no room for growth. There's no room for, you know, just reaching to the next level. It's okay if you want to let that job go. It's okay to move on. Fortunately, not unfortunately, fortunately for me, I got laid off that job. They fired me, yeah, and that's gonna be a whole next story time. But let me tell you something, when one door closes, many more open, and my God is a God that doesn't sleep. I got fired, not gonna say the exact date, but say I got fired the Friday, I applied for a job on the Monday, and I got the interview on the Tuesday, and I got the job on the Tuesday. 3 days after getting fired, I applied to a job, got an interview, and 4 days after leaving that job, I got a better job, a job that paid me better, better benefits, less people, so less drama, and better people. Within a matter of 3 weeks, I learned so much more that I was not able to learn at that other job. And it shows me and taught me a lot. The first job that I was at, that was filled with people who were my very same skin color, right? And getting laid off from that, it made me realize that not because you and somebody have the same skin color or you're from the same place means that that person is for you. Not because you know, you're in a workplace, it means that you can open your mouth and like speak your mind, or just speak about things that are there, which, you know, it's just not right. And I'm the type of person, everybody wants to tell me, I gotta talk, because that's how I am. But that's something that I have learned. When you're in certain jobs, especially corporate jobs, know when to and when not to say things, and that's something I've learned. And also, not every job, sometimes God is going to put you in certain situations so that you can become better for the next, and that's all I have to say. Lastly, one of the better things that I've definitely learned in 2022, friends. The first thing I have to say, nobody talks about how hard it is in adulthood to meet genuine friends. I feel like you meet most of the people in your life that are gonna be in your life, even if you're not close in terms of talking every day. And so the majority of people that you will meet that will stay your friends, that you can call on years later and be like, hey, I have this opportunity, or I need this help, whatever, it's gonna be from high school. So if you have high school friends, hold on to them, cherish them, because trust me, that's gonna be where the best bonding is made. In college or university, you'll definitely meet some friends, but I feel like it is much harder to meet genuine ones. And when you go out into the world of adulthood, your friendship, it's hard to find people who are genuine, and it's hard to find people who will show up and show out for you. Okay, so I'm saying this because I ended off the year with someone who I with someone who I thought was my friend, someone who we were getting very close. I was really becoming close to this person, because I don't really have a lot of people that I'm close to where I'm from. I know a lot of people, but I'm not really close to a lot of people, and that's the difference. And on Christmas Day, when I don't have families here, my friends are, you know, the people who I'm assuming are gonna keep me, you know, from falling into loneliness. This person made me feel worse than if I was spending the day alone. Yeah. And after everything happened, this person did not care to even check up on me in the moment, or just talk about it, communicate about it, to just like laugh it off or whatever. It took them 5 days to realize that, hey, Tassimel really blocked me. She really set her boundaries and moved on, because I'm not going into the new year ifing and butting. We're all adults. You make your decision and I will definitely make mine. So what I've definitely learned, do not give a friend a second chance. I don't care if you're going to give them a second chance, set your boundaries and make sure that if they do the foolishness again, you cut them off completely. Because to me, friendships are just those relationships that are just as strong as like a partnership, like if you're in a relationship with somebody. And if I can't trust you as my friend, or you're going to let me, you know, feel embarrassed, or you're going to hurt me in our friendship constantly, then there's no, me not have time for that. Okay, so going into 2023, definitely choosing friends wisely is something that I'm going to look at, and just focusing on me and building my relationship with myself, so that whenever I meet people, just whatever flows off of me will get to them, but also knowing boundaries and knowing how to set certain boundaries with a lot of people. There are 5 important things that I definitely learned in 2022. I hope that, you know, you guys could understand where I'm coming from and make a list of the things you learned in 2022, the things you endured, and how you're gonna go forth the rest of your life learning from these things. So number 1, pick up the phone and call whoever it is you need to talk to or speak it out with. Take up that phone and call. Number 2, set boundaries with the people around you, whether that be your parents, your kids, your auntie, your uncle, whoever it may be. Speak up so that they know that you're not somebody to be messed with. Number 3, pray. Find your spirituality, be in your spirituality, be more, you know, that person who is about praying and manifesting and working towards their goals. Now, whatever job or cooperation you're in, know when to and when not to speak, and understand that not everybody is your friend. And the last thing, your friends. Choose the people who you let into your life very carefully. Okay, so yeah, that's my take on 2022. The year is over, here for a new year, and I hope that everybody has written down their vision board and everything ready and good to go. So with that being said, thank you guys for coming back to my channel. I will see you guys this year with a lot more videos, a lot more content to come, and it will be an amazing year for myself and everybody. So yeah, bye guys. Mwah.